Hey there friends, welcome back. Today I wanted to share with you a homeschool update 1 month into the 2018-2019 school year. So for those of you who may be new to my channel, my name is Melanie and I am the homeschooling mom to 4 kids. My oldest daughter is a junior in high school. I have a 9th grade daughter. My son is in 3rd grade this year, and I do have a 4-year-old daughter who we are doing pre-K with. On top of all of that, I am also a college student, just recently returned. I am taking pre-nursing classes. I'm trying to finish up my prerequisites so that I can apply to nursing school. So as you can imagine, we are a very busy bunch. We are officially 1 full month into our homeschool year, and so I wanted to just sit down and do a really quick update for you guys, since we are using some new curriculum this year, and things quite honestly are just really different for us this year with all of the changes that we've had. So as I have mentioned in previous videos, my oldest daughter, who I said is in 11th grade, is actually not doing any classes with me here at home. She is taking dual credit classes through a local college. She does have 3 courses that she is taking this fall semester. And so while I am here to help her if she has questions about things, I'm not her teacher. I did not design any of her curriculum. So she is pretty much on her own on a daily basis. She's doing really well so far. She's only been in school for a week though, so we will see how it goes. This is her very first year to ever take college level classes, and she started the year extremely nervous, feeling very just overwhelmed and a little bit discouraged because she didn't know how well she was going to do. But week 1 went pretty smoothly, so I'll keep you updated on her. So for my 9th grader and my 3rd grader, I do school with them here at home, and I generally will spend about an hour and a half doing school with the 2 of them. Now, my 9th grader is much more independent with her learning. I have been homeschooling her since she was in 3rd grade, and I have basically taught her how to do her school on her own. Obviously, when she was in 3rd grade, that wasn't something that she could do. She still needed a lot of instruction. But in 9th grade, she has her curriculum, she has her textbooks, and all of the information that she needs. And so I also plan out all of her lessons for the week. I let her know, you know, what chapter are you on in history? What chapter should you be working on in your science? How many math lessons do you need to do this week? We talk about all of that at the beginning of the week, and then I pretty much let her work through everything on her own Monday through Thursday. Now, again, I'm here to answer any questions that she has. I have taken the time to teach her concepts that she is not familiar with. We have done that in science, we have done that in math, we have done that in grammar, and so she is not completely independent of me, but that's okay. She's only in 9th grade, and to be honest, even if she went to a public school, she wouldn't be completely independent. There would still be instruction coming from a teacher. So I do spend time with her teaching as needed. My 3rd grader, on the other hand, he needs more instruction time from me. He does his math independently of me. We are using teaching textbooks this year, and he is loving it. He is making all A's so far, and he just thinks it's phenomenal. He's breezing right through those lessons. I think that we picked a good level for him because they are challenging enough that he feels like he's learning something, but they aren't too challenging to the point that he gets discouraged. So we are loving our teaching textbooks, math this year. And we are also using the Good and the Beautiful for his grammar, well, his language arts. It encompasses so much more than just grammar. The Good and the Beautiful curriculum is what he needs the most help from me on. And so that is what I spend the majority of my instructional time doing, is helping him with that. So it covers grammar, it covers writing, spelling, it incorporates art and geography. It is just such a wonderful curriculum. I'm so incredibly glad that we purchased it. We have been enjoying it a lot so far. I usually spend usually about an hour with him doing that each day, and that seems to be working for us pretty well. So for my daughter who is in pre-K, I do not believe that at 4 years old, she needs a lot of really formal sit-down education, but we do sit down with her every day, Monday through Thursday, and do school with her for a little while. I would say start to finish, the time spent instructing her and teaching her is probably only about 15 or 20 minutes. We are using the Good and the Beautiful primer for her. If I remember right, I believe it's called the primer. And that is really teaching her about letters and phonics and how to write the letters. And we had absolutely no way of knowing going into this school year what her strengths and her weaknesses were going to be, but we already have picked up on a couple of her weaknesses. So one of the things that she struggles with is being able to identify the letters when she sees them. She knows the phonics, she knows what the letters, the sound that the letters make, but if you ask, if you point to the letter B, she struggles to know that that's the letter B. If you ask her what sound does the letter B say, she'll say B. She knows the phonics, but she's having a hard time being able to identify the letters by sight. So that is something that we are going to continue working on with her. To be honest, I'm not stressed out about it at all. She is 4 years old and she's in pre-K. My son was what some would call a late reader simply because he didn't enjoy it, but now he is a 3rd grader who reads on a 5th and 6th grade level. So I'm not super stressed about this. To be honest, she is doing phenomenally well. She is still enjoying school. She enjoys getting to sit down and spend time with me learning. She knows how to spell her name. We had her practicing writing her name, and within the first week, she was already able to, from memory, recite the letters that are in her name. Now, that doesn't mean that she could recognize them when she saw them, but she does recognize those better than she recognizes some others. And then the 4th week, was it the 4th? It was either the 3rd or the 4th week of school. She actually was able to sit down and write her own name by herself for the very first time ever. So I'm not super stressed about her progress. I think that she is doing great. I think that it's important that we make learning fun for our kids as much as we can. And so I am super happy with the progress that she's been making as well. So that is the update on how my kids are doing. Now, I will say that I started back to school, my classes, a week ago as well. I am officially 1 week in. I don't have a whole lot to report other than it wasn't as stressful and terrifying as I had predicted, or as in my mind I had made it out to be. So I'm really excited to be on this journey. I'm really excited that I took this step of faith and that I decided that I was going to go back to school. The classes that I'm taking are not super easy. They're definitely a little bit time consuming because I'm not taking like freshman level classes right now. I'm taking slightly more advanced classes, but yeah, it's a process and we are figuring it all out. And this past week has definitely been a time of trying to find balance. And sometimes I really struggle to use that word because I don't necessarily believe that balance is even attainable in a real world. I think that we have to look at our priorities, and sometimes things are going to have more of a high priority in our lives than at other times. Right now, one of my top priorities is my schooling and my kids' schooling. So there are days that our house doesn't get as clean as I would like for it to, and you know, that just has to be okay because we're in a season of life right now where that isn't going to be the #1 priority. We are still taking care of things around the house, don't get me wrong there, and I'm going to share more about how we're managing all of that in an upcoming video for you guys. But other than just kind of saying, yep, I started and I'm doing well, I have A's in my classes so far, 1 week in, I don't have a whole lot else to update you guys as far as my schooling goes. So if you guys would like for me to continue to update you on how my schooling is going, please let me know. I will probably do another homeschool update for you guys probably about midway through this first semester. I don't plan on doing these every single month because I honestly don't expect that there will be dramatic changes on a month-to-month basis. If for some reason something does change, I will let you guys know. But 1 month in for the kiddos and 1 week in for me and my oldest, things are going pretty good. So I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video. Again, as I said, if you are interested in seeing videos in the future where I kind of update you guys on how our schooling is going, please let me know down in the comment section below this video. It really helps me to plan out which videos I'm going to be sharing with you guys when I know what you actually are interested in seeing. So I hope that you guys are all doing really, really well. I will catch you in the next video, and take care. Bye-bye.